Good morning from WillaKenzie Estate. I'm Eric Kramer here bringing UnEarth WillaKenzie to you. So this is a video series where we will be essentially bringing our estate to you, and what that means is speaking about some of the different terroirs that we have across the estate property, and what do those terroirs specifically bring to our estate Pinot Noir. So let's get started. So I'm standing here and I'm supposed to be talking to you about Emery and Triple Black Slopes, but I gotta stop and admire the view because it never gets old. I can see the Coast Range just there. I can see the Van Duzer corridor to the south. I can see the Yosemite Hills. I can see the Dundee Hills behind me. And this is just one of my favorite spots on the estate. It's also one of my favorite spots because it gives me the ability to talk about the diversity on the estate, which to me is one of the most unique and defining things of WillaKenzie, is that diversity of the topography. Like Emery, just above me, which is that central ridgeline with deep soils that creates a wine of depth and complexity. Or Triple Black Slopes, just below me, which is essentially adjacent to Emery, where the soils are thinner. It's very, very steep. In some spots it's approaching 40 degrees in terms of its aspect. The soils are thinner. And the Pinot Noir that comes off of Triple Black Slopes is all about power and tension and intensity. And it's just really fascinating to work on a property with so much diversity that gives us the ability to make some really fascinating terroir-specific wines. So we're standing in a different terroir on the WillaKenzie Estate property now. This is a place called Emery. So, and I really like Emery for what it brings to the estate blend. So Emery is a central ridgeline that runs, roughly through the middle of the estate property. The elevation ranges from 650 to 750 feet. I'm near the highest point on the estate. I can see the Coast Range behind me. If you look at the vineyard floor here, it's a little greener. The soils are deeper here. So between the gentle benchtop exposure that we've got here, the soil depth, the diversity of plant material here, we get this brooding and expressive dark profile of Pinot Noir that comes from this part of the estate property that just simply brings an awful lot of depth and complexity to the estate blend. So I'm standing here in Triple Black Slopes. So why the name Triple Black Slopes? Think Triple Black Diamond as far as skiing is concerned. If I were standing here and it were covered with snow, I'd probably go careening down the hillside. So yes, it's very, very steep. The aspect approaches nearly 40 degrees in some spots on Triple Black Slopes. The soils are very, very thin. The canopy is a little less dense than some other parts of the property. So that lower vigor nature of the environment here in Triple Black Slopes creates a situation where the berries are simply smaller and the skins are a little bit thicker, and you get a wine that's just intense and powerful and structured. And that is indeed what it brings to our estate Pinot Noir. I happen to be standing in one of those zip codes or neighborhoods that I like to call them, and that's Kiana. So Kiana, I would say, is a plush and more opulent expression of Pinot Noir from the WillaKenzie Estate, and it's a gently southeast-facing exposure. Elevations kind of ranging, from 550 to 600 feet. And it's windy. The wind is blowing right now. It's a moderate 56, 58 degrees on a cool June morning, and really love what this wine brings to the estate blend. So we're at the last stop on our WillaKenzie Estate vineyard tour, and I'm standing in a part of the property called Alyette. So where is Alyette? So Alyette is it's kind of on the north ridge of the property. Incidentally, the parent material here in Alyette, while it's all part of the WillaKenzie soil series, is a little bit different than some other parts of the property. And the water holding capacity is a little bit better. The plants have an easier time here. You can see the vigor, given the color of the grass and the shoot growth here. It's a little bit higher. We're pretty well protected from the wind here as well. And as a result of that growing environment here, the berries are a little bit bigger, the skins are a little bit thinner, and we get this lovely, pure and refined and elegant expression of Pinot Noir that's just lovely. and that is simply what it brings to the WillaKenzie estate Pinot Noir, as well as to the standalone wine from this particular part of the property. So thanks for joining. Hope you've enjoyed learning a bit more about the WillaKenzie estate property, the different terroirs we have, and what they bring to the WillaKenzie estate blend. This is the first part of our UnEarth WillaKenzie video series, so expect to see more from us, and stay tuned for further details.